Can you hear me? Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, let's start. No. I told your last class to contact your rep regarding your assignment. I think tomorrow is the deadline of the assignment, isn't it? Still, but I didn't uploaded the assignment. Therefore, I requested you to. First I requested to if you have the question, please send me. The second request from me to pass the message to conduct the refund. You are right. Huh? Nothing is happened, isn't it? Hmm? Hmm? Refund is available here. Huh? Refund? Huh? You know, you have to understand that who is rep, but what are the responsibilities of the rep. Huh? But I don't know where and your rep responsibilities. Hmm? Today also I called to the called your rep, but he didn't. Still, he didn't answer. Right? Anyhow, you have to submit your assignments tomorrow. Right? Last class we started the Keynesian theory of income determination. Under that, these things we have to. Uh, these are the outcome. Sorry, these are the outline of the chapter, and also these are the learning outcomes of the chapter. These things also already we learned, right? Also, this slides also we learned that we can derive the national income using the graphical method as well as the algebraical method. Here we are only concentrate on the algebraical method. Under this method, there are three models. The two-sector model, that is we call the simple economy model, and the three-sector model, that is the closed economy model. Also, the third one is the four-sector model. Four-sector model means with the three-sector model, we are incorporating the external sector or the foreign sector or the export and import activities. Right? Again, under the three-sector model, there are around four sub-models also there. Now let's be one by one, right? Here, before we move to the determination of the national income, we have to concentrate some of the concept as well as the function, right? Under that one, here we will move to the we will move to one by one. The first model is the two-sector model. You know the what is a two-sector model, right? Here again, you have to remember the income circular flow for the two-sector model. There are two sectors: household model as house are the owners of factors of production, and firms are the producer that using the factors of production. They are producing goods and services, and they exchange the goods and services between the households. Also, the assumption for the two-sector model is that the prices are constant, even aggregate demand or aggregate supply changes, right? There is when there is changes in the aggregate demand and aggregate supply. For an example, once there is no changes in the aggregate supply, but changes in demand that may changes the prices. Likewise, if there is no changes in the demand, while there is some changes in the supply, that's also varies the prices. But here we assume whether there is changes in the demand or the supply, there is no changes in the price level. That means the prices are constant throughout the economy, right? This is also again applicable for the all three models, that is the two-sector model as well as the four-sector model. Right now, we will move to the concept, right? To understand the or to derive the national income determination, we have to understand the concept as well as the function, some of the concept as well. Under that one, the first one is the aggregate supply function, then aggregate demand function, then aggregate consumption function, aggregate saving function, as well as the investment function. Right here, the under the aggregate supply function, you know the aggregate supply function is the total supply of goods and services in an economy. That means again, Y is equal to K and N. K means capital here, and N means number of labors. Also, the level of income, real income, that is Y, or the output of the economy, depends on the supply and use of the productive resources. That is, the productive resources are the capital as well as the labor. Right? Once the labor increases, the output will increase, right? Also, a number of or the amount of the capital increases, that's also causes to increase the output. Therefore, this is the nature, the O, the K as the K O capital as well as the labor determine the output of the product. But in the short run, the capital is constant. That means there is no changes in the capital. Or that is we call the capital is fixed. Therefore, only number of labors are determinants of the output of the product, right? And the second one is the aggregate demand function. Here we assume two-sector model, and if there is two-sector model, again the two-sector model indicate there is no government intervention as well as the foreign sector involvement. And also here the normally the aggregate demand consists of the two-sector model. That means excluding government sector as well as the foreign sector. The aggregate demand for the consumer goods, that is normally we call C, and aggregate demand for the investment goods, that is I. Therefore, for the simple economy, AD, aggregate demand. This aggregate demand also here we called the output of the economy. Consumption plus investment, right? This is for the two-sector model. And also here, the another one is the aggregate consumption function. Here, normally you know the consumption. Normally the consumption function is the function of Y, right? That means Y increases. Y means the disposable income. The Y increases. That means income increases. Consumption also increases. On the other hand, income decreases, also decreases. Therefore, we determine the right. However, the consumption function is explained using the concept of marginal propensity. Is that to MS2, MS2, not MS2, MS45, no, MS45. Right. However, normally the consumption is explained by the marginal propensity to consumption. That means marginal propensity to consumption means the relationship between the marginal income and marginal consumption. That is the delta C divided by delta Y. That is the changes of the consumption divided by changes of the income. Right. Based on that, we can construct the We can construct a consumption function like C is equal to A plus By. Here C is the aggregate consumption expenditure and A is the autonomous consumption. What is autonomous consumption? Autonomous consumption means consumption when the income is zero, right? When income is zero. Also, B is the marginal propensity consumption, that is MPC. This the slope of the consumption curve, right? MPC. B is called the slope of the consumption curve. Also, this B, the value of the B or the MPC lies between 0 to 1, right? Not more than more than 1 or less than 0. It lies between 0 to 1. And also, we can derive the MPC like this. Right here, the C is equal to A plus B by A is the autonomous consumption, B is the marginal propensity consumption, and Y is the income, C is the consumption. Here, the A and B are the constant or not varies, but Y and C are the variables, right? That's varies. Also, this is Y is the independent variable, C is the dependent variable. That means C is depend on the Y, right? Once Y changes, C also will change, right? And here we to derive the MPC or marginal propensity to consumption. Here we add the changes, right? We know that once there is changes in the income, that's also causes to changes the consumption as well, right? Therefore, here we add right Vy, uh, we add the delta Y. Delta Y indicate changes of the Y. Because of this delta Y, here delta C also, right? That means once the income changes, consumption also changes, right? And right, and yes, changes. Now, to derive the P or the MPC, uh, we have to rearrange that equation, right? Here, just take it the delta C the one side and taking the C the other side, that minus C plus A plus By plus delta B delta Y, right? Is it okay? Can you understand? Huh? Right. Now, here, now here, this is the minus C. Again, this is the C. No, this is C. Therefore, this C plus A plus By automatically removed, and delta C is equal to the balance is the delta C is equal to B delta Y, right? Once we take the delta Y to the other side, that's divided the um, delta C. Therefore, delta C divided by delta Y is equal to B. That is the B is the MPC. Also, B is the slope of the consumption curve as well, right? And also, further, we can elaborate the marginal propensity to consumption that's coming in the consumption curve, right? For an example, once there is the information that delta C is equal to 150 and delta Y is equal to 200, therefore, the MPC is equal to 0.5. 0.75, right? That is 150 divided by 200, that's equal to 0.75. Again, you can explain this MPC, right? What is mean by MPC? That is here the MPC is equal to 0.75. That explains when the income increases rupees 1, right? The consumption increases by 0.75 rupees, right? Or the people, once the income increases by 1 rupee, the people are spending 0.75 cents in their total income, right? That is the meaning of the MPC as well, right? This is the diagram or graphical explanation for the marginal propensity to consumption, right? Here this vertical axis indicate the consumption and horizontal axis indicate the income. This dotted line that is going through the origin indicate the indicate and for each and every point of this dotted line, income is equal to expenditure. That is the equilibrium point. And this C curve indicate the consumption curve, right? Also, here you can observe, right? This is the linear curve, right? Linear curve, that's tangent in the vertical axis. This is the A, right? Also, you can observe here. What is A? Huh? What is A? Hmm? What is A? Anybody? What is A? Huh? What is A here? In this diagram, what is explained by A? Huh? What is A? Hmm? Can you hear me? Huh? Can you hear me? Hmm? Right. So you go through the references and find that what is A. And also here this horizontal axis indicate the income. Therefore, in uh, this area indicate the changes of the delta Y, and the vertical axis indicate the consumption. Therefore, here the delta C, once you divided the delta C by delta Y, you can get the MPC. Again, that MPC indicate the slope of this consumption, right? And with the continuation of the consumption function, also we can explain the APC, right? This APC also related with the MPC. Here the APC means average propensity to consumption. Here the APC means the ratio of consumption to the level of income, right? APC is the ratio of the consumption to the level of average. Yes, this is the average propensity to consumption. Therefore, we can calculate this APC by dividing the C by income, right? Also, we can further explain if there is consumption function that is equal to A plus BY, that's we also already assume the consumption function is equal to A plus BY. The APC is equal to C plus BY divided by Y, right? Because the A plus BY is equal to C, right? Also, again, if the consumption function is assumed to be the form of C is equal to BY, right? Once we assume without autonomous consumption, right, that gives C is equal to BY. Therefore, the APC is equal to BY divided by Y, that is equal to B, right? Again, the APC is equal to MPC, right? According to theory, APC is equal to MPC. Do you agree? Explain. Right? What's the answer? Yes. Normally, the consumption curve or consumption function is consumption function C is equal to A plus BY, right? The APC is equal to A plus BY divided by Y. However, if the consumption function is uh, given as C is equal to BY, normally APC is equal to MPC, or the average propensity consumption is equal to marginal propensity consumption, right? Also, if there is any question, you can further elaborate using the numerical example based on your marks. And the next one is the saving function. This saving function is the counterpart of the consumption function, right? Saving function is the counterpart of the consumption function. Here, this saving function um, uh, states the relationship between income and saving, right? Normally, also these savings also depend on the income, right? That means once the income increases, people save more, right? Income decreases, people save less. Therefore, this saving also function of income, right? Also, normally the income is equal to consumption plus savings. Normally, in the two-sector model, the people are spending their income for the purpose of consumption as well as the saving. Therefore, the saving is equal to, that is, here we indicate the saving in the symbol of S. S is equal to Y minus T. That means the balance of the after the consumption from their income is their saving, that individual savings, right? Also, we know that the consumption function is normally the consumption function is C is equal to A plus BY. From this consumption function, we can derive the saving function as well. Also, we can derive the saving function in two methods, right? The one is here. Yes. What is, who is raising your hand? Huh? But if you have any doubt, you can raise your hands and ask, right? Here, we know that Y is equal to C plus S, right? That means the individual income are spent on consumption purposes as well as the saving purposes, right? If the saving is there, that is equal to y minus t, right? We know what is c. Here c is equal to a plus by. Once we substitute the a plus by instead of c, right? That gives the second equation, right? Once we short the second equation, you can get, right? Right. Right. Once you short the equation, you can get y minus a plus by, right? Again, once you rearrange this equation, you can get a plus b minus by, right? Also, from this equation, once you take to the easy purposes, right? We rearrange this equation, right? Once you look into the equation, you can take the common, right? That is 1 minus b is the common, and the multiplied by b, and also a is the minus a, right? Therefore, here the s is equal to minus a plus 1 minus b into y is the saving function, right? Here the 1 minus a refers the marginal propensity to consumption, that is MPS. Also, already we know that P is equal to MPC, or marginal propensity to consumption, right? Here, based on this information, 1 minus P is the marginal propensity to consumption and B is the MPC. You can simply derive the equation, right? That is right here. Here the equation, consumption equation is C plus A plus C is A plus by. Here from this consumption function, directly you can derive S is equal to, just you put minus A instead of A, right? Plus 1 minus B, right? 1 minus B. I'll explain that why this one, right? 1 minus B into 1. Directly you can take this one as well, right? Now we will move to why this MP or 1 minus P, right? Here, this is the process or the relationship between MPC and MPS. Here, the MPC is the marginal propensity consumption and MPS is the marginal propensity to savings. Here, according to theory, MPC and MPS is equal to 1, right? Once you know the MPC, you can calculate the MPS. On the other hand, once you know the MPC, you can calculate the MPS because both are equal to 1, right? Here, we can derive that MPC as well as the MPS using this equation. Here, the y is equal to C plus S, right? Here, once there is changes in the income, that's again changes the consumption as well as the saving as well, right? Therefore, here the income is changes delta y, that leads to changes the consumption as well as the saving. To derive the MPC as well as the MPS, we are going to divide the whole equation by delta y, right? Here the delta y divided by delta y, that's equal We know that delta y divided by delta s is the MPC. Again, once we divided the delta s by delta y, that gives the MPS. Therefore, MPC plus MPS is equal to 1, right? Right. This is the numerical example. How can you derive the saving function from the consumption function? Here the saving function is given 200 plus 0.755. And from this consumption function, you can derive the saving function. Right here, here, uh, uh, you know that S is equal to Y minus C. The C is given as 200 plus 0.755. Right, once we short the bracket, you can get Y minus 200 plus 0.755. Right here, the minus 200 is there. Here, we can take we can move the Y here, and we can take here the Y as common. Once we take Y as common, the balance is 1 minus 0.75. Once we subscript the 0.75 from 1, you can get 0.25 Y, right? Also, this is one method. Also, directly you can here put, here we are going to derive the C. Just we put the minus to the A, A that is 200, plus this is MPS, 1 minus MPS, that is 1 minus 0.75, that is 0.25, right? Right. Now I give two examples. C is equal to 80 plus 0.8y and C is equal to 100 plus 0.5y. Can you derive the saving function? Like, can you derive the saving function? What's the answer? Hmm? What's the answer? Anybody? Huh? What is the answer? Why do you like this? Huh? Why do you like this? How many of you are there? Huh? 137. Huh? Only one, even only one can't tell the answer, no? Hmm? Only this batch? Huh? Only this batch are like this. Other batches, they can. They can answer, they can chat, and they can discuss the things. Huh? Even single people can't open your mouth, no? Huh? Once you come to the physical lectures, how can you do the presentation and everything? Huh? Whether the answer is right or wrong, you have to open your mouth and talk. Otherwise, how you are going to save to the society? Hmm? Once you open and tell, we can understand that where are you? Oh, you are understanding the things. Otherwise, refund is the refund is available. Huh? Refund, he is also not attending the lectures regularly, isn't it? Huh? Refund, what is his number? What is his registration number? Refund number? Huh? brilliant people, you are very brilliant people, right? Rather than wasting the time, I have to do my duty. Here the first one, minus 80 plus 0.2y. The second one, minus 100 plus 0.10y. Right. Then aggregate demand function. The second concept to derive the national income is the aggregate demand function. Here we assume the investment is also remain, right? Therefore, the aggregate demand is equal to C plus I. Here we know that C, what is C, right? C is the consumption function that is equal to A plus BY, right? And the bar I indicate the the investment, right? What is mean by bar I? The investment also remain constant, right? Once we substitute the C is equal to A plus BY in the aggregate demand function, right? That gives AD is equal to A plus BY plus bar I. Again, once we look into the aggregate demand function using the numerical example, right? Once we have the consumption function like 200 plus 0.25y and investment is equal to 100. Therefore, the aggregate demand is equal to 200 plus 0.25y plus 100. Right? Here, another example I can give you. Right? The C is equal to 100 plus 0.25y. I is equal to 500. Right. Derive the aggregate demand function. Derive the aggregate demand function. Hmm? Aggregate demand function. Aggregate demand function is equal to C plus I. Here the C is given. C is given 100 plus 0.25y plus I. Right. I also given as 500. Therefore, the aggregate demand is equal to 600 plus 0.25. Right? These are the very basic things. Once you understand these very basic things, you can solve the contradicted contradicted sums. Right? Otherwise, it is very difficult. Normally, people are not doing these things properly. Right? Therefore, it is very important to understand the concept and derivation of the simple things. Right. Also, we can further elaborate the aggregate demand using this diagram as well. Here we know the aggregate, the investment is the constant variable. Therefore, AD is equal to C plus I, C is equal to A plus BY, right? Using this information, you can derive the aggregate demand function. Here, the lower curve indicate only the consumption, right? Once we add the investment, that gives the aggregate demand is right. For an example, here the consumption function is 200 plus 0.25. Once we add the investment, that is 300 plus 0.25. Also, these differences you can realize once we are doing the numerical example or the uh, numerical example to determine the national income, right? And with these concepts related with the national income account determinations, we can move to the two-sector model again. To explain the two-sector model again, here we have to follow some of the assumptions, right? Here we assume only two sectors, household sector as well as the home sector. Household own all the factors of production. There is no government activities. Closed economy means there is no foreign intervention or external sector is not there. No saving, all the income are spending on the consumer purposes. There is no saving or because of the no saving, the investment also not there. Again, all the prices are constant, whether the demand increase or decrease, or likewise supply increase or decrease. There's no any changes in the price level. Also, the supply and technology are given. Right? Based on this information or assumptions, we can explain the national income determination for the two-sector model. Also, we can explain the two-sector model, national income determination using two approaches. The one is the aggregate demand and aggregate supply approach. That aggregate demand and aggregate supply approach means always the aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply. Here the aggregate demand is, as we already looked into, C plus I. Aggregate supply means C plus S, right? And the saving approach means saving is always equal to investment, right? Based on this information or assumption, we can calculate the national income determination using these two methods, right? Let's move one by one. Here, the aggregate demand and aggregate supply approach, as we already learned, C plus I is equal to C plus S. Here again, we can come to the saving and investment function. Here, once we the C is common to both sides, therefore the balance is the I plus S. Right, the first one is indicate the aggregate demand and aggregate supply function, and the second thing indicate the saving and investment functions. Right here, again, once the informations are given like this, C is equal to A plus BY and I is equal to I bar I, right? Here you have to put bar I, right? I is equal to right, bar I. Right. Uh, right bar I. Once you substitute this information in the aggregate demand function, that gives y is equal to C plus I. Right? Y is equal to C plus I is the aggregate demand function. The C is already given, or we know C is equal to A plus BY. Therefore, aggregate demand or the Y is equal to national income is equal to A plus B. So, A plus BY plus I. Here, A plus BY indicate the consumption function plus I. Right here, yes, I move step by step. Here, from this one, two, three, four, fifth equation, right? We can take y is equal to, here y is equal to a plus ey plus bar I, right? Here I take the y b because of it added with the by to the other side of the equation, that is equal to uh, a plus I. Right. Now we can take y as common, then the balance is y minus b. That is equal to again a plus I. Right, from this equation, we can just take the y that is equal to a plus I divided by 1 minus b, that's equal to I. And further we can short this one or arrange this one. Y is equal to, this is one, no, a plus I. No, then so this is not me. Right. Here now we can write the 1 divided by 1 minus b, right? A plus I. Right. Is it okay for you? This is the thing here, right? We have to do this first. Is it okay? Are you clear? Huh? Hmm? Huh? Right. We assume, no? Huh? We assume that you understood very well. Whether you understood very well or not, reflect in your exam paper, right? Most probably, one or two people are doing the best thing. Others are just write the question and answer again and again, right? Here, uh, right, these are the information given to you, that C is equal to 100 plus 0.755 and I is equal to 200. Right? Using this information, can you derive the national income of this economy? Right? Can you calculate? Do it quickly. Right? Find the income, national income. Also, I have planned to have them have the spot exam. Right? You know the spot exam. Hmm? Do it quickly. Find the answer. What is the answer? Com 84. There's no answer, no? Huh? What is the answer? Hmm? Hello?
We can't hear, ma'am.
Ma'am, sound no. Ma'am, no sound, ma'am.
Hello? Ma'am, your mic off.
Yes. So you have to tell. Hmm? Right. S plus 0.25 into 1,200. That is 300. Yes, 300. Right now, S is equal to how much? 200. Right? Also, you can cross check this one. Here we know, we know that y is equal to c plus s. Right? So here 1200 is the y, that is equal to, already we calculate the c, that is 1000, plus 200 is the saving. Therefore, the 1200 is the total income. That means the total income are spending on consumption as well as the saving. Right? Here, in this one, we calculated 3. We can calculate one more thing, multiplier. Right? Normally, for the two-sector model for this information, the multiplier, normally we put this one simple m, that is equal to 1 over 1 minus b. right? Here, this is the 101 minus B. Therefore, the multiplier is 1 divided by 0.25, that is equal to 4. According to our information, the M is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus B. Here B is equal to 0.75y. Therefore, 1 minus B is 0.25, right? 1 divided by 0.25, that is equal to 4, right? Therefore, you can calculate the national income determination, saving at the national income, national income, and consumption at the national income. Also, you can calculate the multiplier, value of the multiplier as well. Right. Now, the investment, right? Right. The investment I is increased as 300. What happened to the national income? Right here, as 300, therefore, instead of directly I move, instead of already consumption is the 300, here 200. Now it's increased as 300, therefore 300 plus 100, 400. Is it okay? Is it okay? Huh? 400 plus 0.75y is the national income. Now the y is equal to 400 divided by 0.25. Y is equal to how much? 400 divided by 0.25. 0.25, that's equal to 1,600. 1,600. What happened to the national income? What happened to the national income? What happened to the national income? National income is increased when the investment is increased by 100. The national income increases by 1,600 or from 1,200 to 1,600. Right? There are only changes in the 100 in the investment, but the national income changes as 400, the differences. 300 minus 200, 100. 1,600 minus 1,200, 400. That is the effect of multiplier. Because of the multiplier effect, the national income increases from 1,200 to 1,600 when the investment increases from 200 to 300. Right? Here also, after increasing the national income, you can calculate the saving as well as the consumption, also the multiply. Okay? Right. I erase this one. Right. Right. And this is the example. Right? C is equal to 200 plus 0.28y. I is equal to 600. Right? Not this one. C is equal to 200 plus 0.8 by I 100, right? You are requested to calculate national income, equilibrium income. சரியா? Income, consumption at the equilibrium level of income, savings, then investment changes from 600 to investment changes 600 to 6 to 800. Uh, right, calculate quickly. I give 5 minutes, do it quickly. And randomly I ask the people, you have to tell the answer, right? I'll put the marks for this one, like for the exam. Once you fail, you will lose the marks. Huh? Right, do it quickly. Right. Right. What is the national income? Com 60. What is the national income? Com 60. Com 60. What is the national income? Com 60. Huh? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Huh? Can you hear me? Yes or no? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Com 60. Switch on your mic and tell the answer for the first one. Huh?
4,000.
Huh? What is the national income?
4,000.
4,000. Others? Her voice is not clear, no? 4,000? Huh? MS 139? What is the answer? Switch on your mic. MS 139. MS 139. What is your answer for the first one? Huh? MS 139. What's your answer?
Y equal 4,000.
4,000, no? Okay, good. Is it correct? Others? Huh? You all got the 4,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, good.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay, good. Then what is the consumption? Wait, consumption. Wait. From 116. 116. What's the consumption? 116. Switch on your mic. 116. 115. From MS 115. Huh? Where are they? Huh? Your numbers are not at MS 115. Not available.
Yes, miss.
What is the answer for the second one? Consumption?
3,400.
3,400. I don't know. Check whether it is correct or not. 3,000. Is it correct?
Yes,
Huh?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then
Yes, ma'am.
savings from 149 from what is the amount of saving from 149? Switch on your mic. 149 from 140. From 44. From 44. From 44. From 44. What is the answer for the third one? Huh? From 44. MS 96. MS 96. What is the answer for the saving?
600, ma'am.
600. Yes. Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. What's the value of the multiplier? What is the value of the multiplier? Wait.
Five.
Wait.
5.
From 5, no? Is it correct? From 005? From 5? Is it correct? Where's from 5? MS 80? Is it correct? Huh? Is it correct? MS? Is it correct? Others?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am.
answer, no? Right. What is the answer for the once the investment increased by 200? What is the national income? What is the national income?
5,000. 5,000.
5,000. 5,000. How do you conclude this one? How do you conclude? Come to the conclusion. Previous one and the latest one. MS 97. How do you interpret that one? How do you interpret 97 MS? MS 80? MS 80? MS 44? All the numbers are recorded. How do you come to the conclusion? Right. What is the consumption after increasing the national income? MS 55? MS 55? MS 55? From 163? What are you doing? MS 11? What is the answer? MS 11?
4,200.
4,000? Is
200.
it correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Saving from 9. From 9. How much is the saving? How much is the
3,400. 3,400.
savings?
Yes, ma'am.
Is possible 3,400?
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
How much then?
800.
800. 800. Yes. Who is the gentleman that previously 3,400? There's no possibilities, isn't it? There's no possibilities. There's no single possibilities to. I'll come to it later. Right. What is the multiplier? What is the multiplier?
5, ma'am. 5, ma'am.
Again 5, no? Again 5, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. From this information, you can come to the conclusion, right? Once the investment increases, right? Once the investment increases, national income increase, right? Once the national income increases, consumption as well as saving also increases. But there is no changes in the investment multiplier, right? Also, you can interpret the income before and after the after changes the investment. Before changes the investment, the income is 4,000. But after increasing the investment by 200, the national income increased as 1,000, right? What is the reason for this one? This is the effect of multiplier, investment multiplier. Those things you have to write one by one. Also, you have to listen the question. What is the question? Based on the question, you have to answer also. Right. One of the gentlemen told, right, the saving is 3,500. Here, simply, rather than substitute the things, you can simply identify the savings. Once you know the correct national income, right? Here, this is the theory. You have to keep it in your mind that the national income or normally income will be utilized for the consumption purposes as well as the saving purposes. Here, the previously, so here the saving is equal to y minus s, isn't it? Here, we are going to calculate the we have idea. Once we have the idea to calculate the saving, here you can put like this, right? Here the previously we have 4,000. The consumption also we derived 3,400. So the balance S is equal to how much? 600. Right? Again for the second one, the national income is 5,000. Consumption is 4,200. The balance 800 is the same, isn't it? Huh? Is it okay? Huh? Are you clear? Huh? You have to practice these things again and again and again. This is very simple method, right? In future or the next couple of classes, you are going to calculate these things for the complicated matters, right? Once you understand these things, you can explain the other things as well, right? And uh, um, until now, we learn about the national income calculation under the aggregate demand and aggregate supply function. Another method is the another approach is the um, saving and investment method, right? For the saving and investment method, right, both methods are incorporated here. Here the information, right, the C is equal to 100 plus 0.755, I is equal to 200, right? Once we calculated the national income using this information by applying the aggregate demand and aggregate supply function, already we derived also, that is y is equal to 200, right? Here now, going to apply the consumption and saving method. Investment and saving method. Here, uh, uh, already we calculated the saving, right? Once we fail to calculate the saving, here to this purpose we have to calculate the saving, right? Here the saving is equal to y minus c. 1,200 is the income and consumption already we derived 1,000. 200 is the saving. Otherwise, I'll come to later, right? But now we know that say already in the investment is given that is equal to 200, right? And we calculated the saving as well. Therefore, we can directly apply the investment and saving function here, right? Here, the I is equal to, sorry, yes, I is equal to is, right? Rather than using this method directly, we can go wait. All right, here. This is the aggregate demand and supply. Yes, this one, right? Um, Here, investment and saving approach. The investment and saving approach explain the saving is equal to investment, right? Already we have the investment, but we don't know the savings, right? We can directly derive the savings, or we can derive the saving function from the consumption function. For the easiest, it is better to derive the saving functions from the consumption functions, right? Here, our equation is I is equal to S, and from the consumption equation, we have to derive the saving function. Already, we have the consumption function that C is equal to 100 plus 0.755. From that consumption, we can derive the saving. The saving function is equal to minus 100 plus 0.255. Now, just we are going to substitute these things in this equation. Already we know saving is equal to investment, or S is equal to I is the equation for the saving and investment approach. Here the I is already we know 200, that is equal to, here this is the saving function. The saving function is equal to minus 100 plus 0.25. Why? Why? Now we rearrange this equation, right? I take this number to the other side, that gives 300, and the balance is to 0.25. Once we divided the 300 by 0.25, you can simply get the 1200. Based on according to two approaches, saving and investment approach as well as aggregate demand and aggregate supply, the income level is equal. The national income is equal, right? That is proved here, right? Also, using for using this information, you can or you are requested to derive the national income, right, using the saving and investment approach. Can you do? Huh? Can you do? And also one more example for your homework. Right, C is equal to 50 plus, right. This is the information, right? C is equal to 50 plus 0.855. I is equal to 100. You are requested to derive the national income, consumption, consumption, saving, multiplier, right? Or also national income using two approaches. National income using two approaches, consumption, savings, and national income. Then not this one. When the investment decreases as 50, investment decreases as 50, derive the consumption uh, uh, national income using both approaches as well as the investment multiplier. Okay? Huh? Okay? right? For this information, you are requested to derive the national income using both approaches, saving, consumption, and investment multiplier. Another question is, investment is decreases as 50. Again, you are requested to calculate the national income using two approaches, also saving, consumption, and multiply. Okay? Huh? With this one, we will meet on Thursday. Right? If you have any questions, you can ask.